People are surprised to learn that there's an expansive, behind-the-scenes infrastructure for testing spacecraft. You can go on YouTube and see these massive test stands and wind tunnels used to subject test articles to some of the most demanding conditions imaginable, long before those components are qualified for launch. Test engineers are measuring for thrust and aerodynamics. They're determining combustion stability, assessing fluid properties, and monitoring frequency waves to limit noise and vibration levels. The valves on these stands and wind tunnels are a challenge because they must handle extremely low and sometimes high temperatures at very high pressures. They usually have tight shutoff requirements and must stroke very quickly. With Trimteck's custom special and severe service control valves, engineers can tightly control these conditions and gather consistent and accurate data from their tests. To help you visualize how these valves factor into aerospace testing processes, I'll give you an interesting real-world example. Over a decade ago, we were approached by one of the NASA test sites to help them upgrade some obsolete legacy valves that had been there in some form or another since the 1960s. They wanted repeatable, bubble-tight, metal-to-metal shutoff at 10,000 psi, which would be quite difficult even if the media was air or water at ambient temperatures, and nearly impossible when it's liquid oxygen at negative 370 degrees Fahrenheit. So you have very high pressure, very combustible, and very cold. After quite a lot of iterating and consultation with the customer, we came up with a reciprocating valve design that incorporated an innovative metal seating material and which ensured repeatable shutoff even after thousands of operating cycles. In proof testing these valves, I remember we achieved true bubble-tight shutoff of 10,000 psi helium under cryogenic conditions. Those valves became critical to the qualification process of the RS-25 engines used on the Artemis SLS rocket. As any aerospace engineer will attest, building and testing spacecraft is a team effort. Control valves happen to be an integral part of this process, particularly when it comes to creating highly controlled test environments. So to emulate the harsh conditions of spaceflight, aerospace engineers must specify and source custom, severe-duty, precise, and long-lasting valves. This is where Trimteck excels. As an approved manufacturer for NASA and a host of other aerospace and defense organizations, we build customized, extremely robust control valves for these complex aerospace applications. We work closely with our engineers to manufacture valves that propel you towards a successful launch day. To find out more about our custom valve solutions, please reach out to our team.